welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming my April anti-haul video. If you are new to my channel, I just want to say every month I get on here, I film an anti-haul. It's so much fun for me because as much as I love to buy makeup, there's also a lot of makeup that I don't buy. And this is just a fun way for me to reminisce with you guys about all the makeup that launched in April and I already forgot about it, but it's fun to go back, look at what launched and roast it a little bit here on my channel. So if you guys like that type of content, I would highly recommend subscribing. We do a monthly anti-haul. We do Will I Buy It, first impressions, swatches. We got a lot going on here on my channel, so highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so I have a new little gadget. This is new to me. It's not a new product, but my husband is a tech guru junkie and he bought this remarkable, it's basically, what is it called? Electronic paper? I don't know, but he got a new one because there's a second gen. And so he gave me his old one. And so I'm attempting to use it, but it's very strange. So I made my notes on my April anti-haul stuff on the Remarkable, so in case you're wondering what the heck I'm holding, I'm just giving you the disclaimer. I can link it for you guys. I know Father's Day is coming up, so if you guys have like tech-loving husbands, this might be a fun gift. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit here on the side so I can put pictures for you guys here. I'm drinking Coca-Cola in a wine glass because it makes me feel fancy because I don't really drink wine. But I like to use my wine glasses, so that's what I do. So anyway, the first thing we're anti-hauling are these new Too Faced Love Flush blushes. Now, I don't think these are available in the US. It said in the Trend Mood post that they're available in Asia and Europe. And I know these were such a hit when they were available in the US. I don't know if this means they're coming back. If you know, let me know, but I feel like this could definitely be the revival of a great hit for Too Faced, but I am a little bit confused as to why the shade range is so light leaning. So I guess maybe the fact that it's available in Asia and Europe is the explanation, because I know like in Eastern Asia, most people there are lighter. Even if you look at like the Korean beauty trends and the colors, they do tend to be more light shades. So I don't know if this is just a bad picture that Trend Mood posted with the saturation turned down, or if these are the actual shades, because I remember the ones in the US being a lot more pigmented, and I remember they were part of one of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. So I actually have some of these brand new that I want to include in a giveaway. I've never gotten around to putting them in a giveaway, and I don't know if that's something even people would be interested in now, but I feel like these products are like a cult favorite, and it's one of those things that people are probably looking on eBay to purchase because it was like their favorite blush, you know? So anyway, that was kind of an interesting way to start off this episode of my anti-hauls. But yeah, I feel like if Too Faced was gonna bring this back, they should definitely come back with some new colors as well. So the next thing we're anti-hauling are some new products from ColourPop. They launched eye quads and cheek quads. They did 6 shades of the eye quads and 5 shades of the cheek quads. And the eye quads were $9 and the cheek quads were $12. And first of all, the eye quads I don't really understand, because this year they launched the 5-pan palettes. I have this one and I also bought the colorful ones. I'm still waiting to try those out, but here's what the 5-pan looks like. So I don't really understand why you would want to spend $9 to get the 4-pan, and I feel like if they had come out in different like years at least, so they were spaced out, it would have made sense. But to have very similar products launch around the same time, I'm not sure how that's gonna work out for them. The cheek quads do look really nice. I will say I was definitely tempted, but I'm trying to be better about ColourPop because I have all the makeup I need, and I feel like I'm kind of on a blush no-buy and maybe like a bronzer no-buy too, even though I just bought the new Chanel bronzer. So I'm trying to be more mindful of the cheek products I bring into my collection because I have so many blushes and things like that. So it was an easy pass for me, but I do like that they included some blush quads, and I do really love face products, and I would love to see them do more kind of neutral, nudie blush quads as well. It would be fun to see them do something other than like pink and dark pink. Like I feel like a lot of their blushes kind of are in that pink range, and for summer I really like corals and things like that, so it'll be fun to see if they do more of these quads or if this was like a one and done kind of situation. Okay, so the next thing I'm anti-hauling was Makeup Revolution's collaboration with Disney Little Mermaid. I did see a lot of people said this was probably their favorite Disney and Makeup Revolution collaboration, and I did think the palette was cute. I personally am not a huge fan of Makeup Revolution's formula. They do have some good eyeshadow formulas, and if you're on a budget and you want to get some decent eyeshadows, I would definitely direct you in that direction, especially because Makeup Revolution is now available at Target too. So in my town, which is like a town of like under 100,000 people, you can get Makeup Revolution at Target and Ulta, which is so convenient for people. So I get it, but it's definitely not my favorite eyeshadow formula, so this is an easy pass for me. But the Little Mermaid palette was 20 bucks. They also had a lip topper for $7 and a $10 highlighter. So I thought that was really cute, but it was definitely very easy for me to say no. Okay, the next thing I'm anti-hauling is the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look of Love palettes, or I think they're called like the Instant Look palettes, and she did like a light medium and a medium dark. So she did the Glowing Beauty and the Pretty Blushed palettes, and I feel like I get where she's going with this. I very recently reviewed the e.l.f. and Jen Atkins collaboration, and I told you guys how much I really like that. But the thing with face palettes and eyeshadow palettes that are combined, there really have to be almost, I don't want to say they have to be the right shades, because I don't think you can ever have an inclusive eye and face palette and only make two. But the e.l.f. one, the difference was for me was the tones work really well for me, which made me happy. I understand that it's not going to work that way for everyone. And then the other thing is that they were $14, so I didn't feel like I was spending too much. Whereas the Charlotte Tilbury ones are $75. The pans are so small because I actually bought one of these palettes back in the day when I was in college. And it was so pricey and I didn't like it. And I deeply regretted purchasing it. And then the pans are so small, you can't use regular face brushes in those palettes without making a huge mess, getting product everywhere, mixing product, which I know is a pet peeve for a lot of people. So because of that, I will never buy one of these palettes again. And I don't know, I'm okay with having eyeshadows and face shades in one palette, but it has to be done right. And I feel like a good example of it being done right was when e.l.f. collabed with Jen Atkins, but I'm not a fan of the Charlotte Tilbury one, so it was an easy pass for me on that as well. Okay, Morphe is still making eyeshadow palettes. They launched the 35D Desert Bouquet Artistry palette for $26. And I mean, for 26 bucks, 35 eyeshadow shades, I know why Morphe does well, because for people that aren't watching beauty YouTube, it's a good deal. And I've said it once and I'll say it 100 times on my channel. Not everybody wants to spend $45, $50, $65, $129 on an eyeshadow palette like I do. So I get why Morphe is still around. This palette does have beautiful shades. I haven't tried a Morphe eyeshadow palette in a while, so I don't know where they're at quality-wise, but I do think this is a very pretty color story. And if you guys pick this up, I'd be really curious to hear your thoughts. The next thing that was an easy pass is the Urban Decay All-Nighter Lightweight Loose Setting Powder for $33. Now, I feel like there have been so many powders. I mean, I bought the Tatcha one, the Kosas one, the Gucci powder, the Dior powder, like, and there's probably 8 other ones that I forgot to mention. I just got the Chantecaille powder. I told you guys I wasn't gonna buy any powders, but the Chantecaille one I was really genuinely curious about. So anyway, there's all these powders coming out, and I get that there's like a cult following for the Urban Decay setting spray, so I feel like people that are really into the all-nighter would be interested in the powder. I haven't seen any videos on it, but I'm sure there's some out there. If you were interested, I would recommend watching a video, seeing what the hype is about before you go ahead and spend your money. Okay, the next thing I anti-haul was the Dior Skin Forever Natural Bronzer Powder for $48. I wanted this so bad as well. I'm a sucker for a powder bronzer, and I think they launched it with about 8 shades, so I was very curious, and I know they had it even on sale on Nordstrom, and Macy's, I believe, was price matching, or vice versa, or whatever. And I was so curious, but I was like, Karen, you have so many bronzers. You just got the Juvia's Place. I have the River Bronzer from Ofra, which is one of my favorites. So I was trying so hard to be good, and so I didn't get it, but I did see a lot of people really enjoyed that bronzer. So yeah, I really wanted it though, but I did end up passing on it. The next one that was an easy pass was the Besame X Monroe collection. I say Marilyn kind of funny, so I'm just gonna call it the Monroe collection. They had an entire set for $425, which blows my mind. I mean, 400 bucks when it comes to makeup is not a lot of money if you think about it, like spread over a month or two makeup budget, but on one collection that is a lot of money. That is definitely like a high-end purse in my humble opinion, so it's a little more than I'm willing to spend. I'm also not a big Monroe fan, so I don't really feel the need to get this, but I do think Besame does really special makeup, and I like that they do like these more vintage, very like rare kind of collaborations, because I think there is a place for these out there, and it makes me happy knowing that somebody out there was able to get their perfect Monroe collection, and I think that's truly beautiful. So the next thing I want to anti-haul is the Ofra Mother Earth highlighter, and the shade is like a green to a pink duochrome highlighter, and I saw a lot of Ofra affiliates received it in PR, and they were very excited. I have a few colorful highlighters. I like to think that I like colorful highlighters, but honestly, I don't wear them that often. I personally find more golden and bronzy and peachy shades flattering with my skin tone. If I'm wearing a colorful highlighter, it's definitely going to be very obvious with my undertones. The only colorful one I think I really love is Prophecy by Kaleidos. So yeah, you're not going to catch me wearing a green highlighter very often, and so for $35 it was very easy for me to pass on this one from Ofra. Okay, the next thing I'm anti-hauling is the Linda Hallberg color palette, and this one was basically a rainbow palette from Linda Hallberg, and I think a lot of people were very unimpressed. I even saw some of the Trend Mood comments, they're like, 3 years too late, and I totally get that, but you guys know Angelica, she's a friend of mine. She is from Sweden, and Linda Hallberg is a Swedish makeup brand. And I really enjoyed getting Angie's take on it, because she said that you can actually walk into a lot of stores in Sweden and purchase this palette, and this is probably the most colorful eyeshadow palette for like the Swedish market, because she said the makeup trends there are more like neutral, natural shades, which makes sense to me. I mean, I've never been to Sweden, but I get it. Like, I get what she's saying. So even though this palette wasn't appealing to me, I do think that it's nice, and she made a vegan rainbow palette, and I think that's really cool. Okay, the next thing I'm anti-hauling is the Hourglass Velvet Story Lip Cream in 5 shades for $36. I remember these launched like the very last day of the Sephora sale, and everyone was so excited because you could get it for 20% off, which I think was a nice touch for them to do that. And I was definitely curious, but I have so many lip products. I tell you guys this all the time. I just got the lippies from Kaleidos for the Flower Punk collection, and they're so beautiful. I'm wearing one right now, actually. I think I have on the shade, is this Terra? I wore Terra, I believe, and it's so pretty, so comfy, lasts throughout my workday, so I really like it, and I don't need any more lip products, so this was an easy pass for me. Anyway, the next thing I'm anti-hauling is something very bougie, the Rose Hermes Silky Blushes, $77, 8 shades. I saw some YouTubers bought the entire collection, 8 blushes. Listen, I wish I had that kind of fuck you money. I applaud people that can spend that much. Like, good for you, girlfriend. I'm so happy for you. I wish that was my life. It's not. There were some shades that looked interesting. I would have loved to try one, and I thought about it. I saw them at Nordstrom and I thought about just getting one to try out. But again, I'm so full of blushes right now. There's no reason for me to get that. So I did end up passing on them, but I definitely thought they were very beautiful. They could definitely use some deeper shades as well. I think I only saw like 1 or 2 deeper shades. So I think I would like to see more shades. But if I had to guess, I'm sure that's in the works when it comes to Hermes, because they're always adding new things to their makeup line. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is the Pharmacy Sweet Apple Clean, and I really wanted this as well. I just finished one of my Green Clean cleansers from Pharmacy, and it's $34, and this one launched during the Sephora sale too, so I thought I'd get it. But I picked up a product from Inky List during the Sephora sale to use instead of the Green Clean, and it's been working really well so far, and that product is like $10 or $12. So I just couldn't justify spending $34 to buy something that I already also have a backup of from the original flavor. So I did decide to pass on it. And this is a limited edition fragrance. So I don't know. It's nice. Like if somebody sent it to me, I'd be jazzed. But since I didn't really need it, I did go ahead and pass on that. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is the Nabla Skin Tint. They came out with 7 shades for 30 euros. And this looked really cool. I know my friend Heather Austin bought it and she really likes the Nabla Skin Tint. And I feel like, again, so many skin tints. Skin tints is like a buzzword for beauty right now. Skin tints and cream blush, I feel like, are the 2 big buzzwords. So I was definitely curious because the one shade looked really pretty and just like so caramely and beautiful. And I feel like it would have worked really well with my skin tone. But I don't need another foundation. I bought so many foundations during the Sephora sale. I'm still testing them out. I'm testing out this one today, the Easy Drops. I've only worn this once and this is only my 2nd time wearing it. So I need to try the stuff I bought and not buy more. So I did go ahead and pass on that. But if you picked it up, let me know your thoughts. Did you like the Nabla Skin Tint? Okay, the next thing I'm anti-hauling is the 4Scope palettes by Benefit. These came out in 3 shades, and I appreciate Benefit giving me 3 shades, like 3 versions of a palette, because I definitely remember a time where Benefit only launched 1 palette and that was supposed to work for all the skin tones. So there's definitely very slow improvement, but I'll take it. Definitely not my cup of tea as far as face palettes goes. Again, I have no business buying any face products. I have so many face products, so it was an easy pass for me, but I'm glad we're seeing Benefit taking very baby, like, I don't know, what's slower than like a turtle? Whatever's slower than a turtle. That's the steps that Benefit is making towards trying to be more inclusive. But I see you, Benefit. Just keep going. We're over here cheering for you. Are we though? I don't think we are anyway. Okay, the next thing I'm anti-hauling is the Rare Beauty Discovery eyeshadow palette called True to Myself for $29. This also launched during the Sephora sale. And I think this was one of 2 eyeshadow palettes that launched during the sale. And I bought the Mary Jane one and I was like trying to convince myself to buy this because it was on sale. But it was just like the last Sephora sale when she launched her first 2 eyeshadow palettes. They just didn't do anything for me, so it was an easy pass. I did hear that there's also like a giant glitter eyeshadow in the palette, like the middle shade is a glitter, a pressed glitter. So it was an easy pass for me. It was very neutral. If you guys bought the eyeshadow palette though, I'd be curious to hear what you thought of it. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is the Viseart Soleil Le Plage Étendue eyeshadow palette for $44. I thought this was gonna be the Viseart Ace Beauté Oceanic palette. Like, I thought they were going to give us some pretty shimmery blues and greens and like a white shade or something beautiful. And then they gave me like a neutral palette with a pop of blue. And I was like, thank you for saving me money, Viseart. I will see you again some other time. And it was an easy pass. But yeah, I was really hoping for some greens and blues from Viseart. I feel like I'm still waiting for that palette since they started doing shimmers and mattes together. But oh well, it is what it is. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is the whole Charlotte Tilbury Brow Collection. I honestly don't even know how many products. I think she did like a clear brow gel, a new pencil, all kinds of stuff. I do appreciate that the products are refillable just so you can save a little bit of money instead of buying the whole product over and over again. But it's an easy pass for me. I think it's a little bit pricey. I have been trying the Cosmetics brow gels and I really like those. And I'm kind of a powder girl when it comes to my brows. And I said it in a video, I think probably a few weeks ago. I finally got my brows done, so it's really nice because I don't really have to do too much with them at the moment because they're already shaped, and then I just run some clear brow gel or a tinted brow gel through them and I'm good to go. Okay, the next thing I'm anti-hauling is the Kaja Play Bento Cream Bronzer and like little situations. So again, another product that came out during the Sephora sale. I have one of the bento boxes, the eyeshadow ones, and they're nice, but nothing to like write home about. So I did decide to go ahead and pass on the face products as well. They're $25, so not too bad, but yeah, just not something that I was dying to reach for. The next thing I'm anti-hauling is the Fresh Cream Encino Mask. And the reason I'm including it on this list is because it's $407 and I was just like, what? Are you going to take me out to dinner? Are you going to make me a baby? Like, what are we doing with this mask? Like, are you going to make me younger? What's happening? But it was funny because I was talking to my husband's dad's girlfriend and she had mentioned that she had just tried the Fresh hand soap and she was really enjoying it. So I was trying to explain to her about this mask that I had seen come out from Fresh, and I think she was like puzzled, like, why do you know this? But it was funny because if anybody can afford a $407 mask, it's her, because she's got the money for it. But I'm just like, on what planet can I spend $407 on a face mask? Anyway, the next product I'm anti-hauling, this one is easy. Say it with me. The Gloss Bomb Clip for $19 from Fenty. The irony of the whole thing was, I think it launched like April 1st, and I think everybody thought it was an April Fool's joke. I just wasn't sure because it looked so real, like the packaging and everything, so I'm like, what the heck? And turns out it was real, and it was very scary, and I mean, it's on sale. You can buy it on Sephora, so I mean, if you bought this clip thing, I'm not judging you. Maybe you have like a real fetish for 90s throwbacks and you miss having your pager clipped to your belt buckle or whatever. Let me know if you bought it. Let me know if you know somebody that would actually enjoy this product. I'm just dying to know. Okay guys, so if you're thinking I look a little different, it's because I actually worked my shift and I came to my beauty room to film the last two products I was going to anti-haul for the month of April. Also, if you're curious, I totally got this necklace from the store I work at, and it's so cute. And I also got this really cute bracelet. It's so cute. It's a tennis bracelet, but it's like adjustable, and it's supposed to be like tarnish resistant. So very excited to try that out. I don't know why I felt the need to tell you guys that, but I figured I'd throw that in case anybody was curious. But the last two things, the first one is the Hindash Beautopsy palette. And I've seen a lot of positive reviews on this palette, and I know my friend Kara really likes this palette. She has been raving about it, and I know she posted a video on it, and I saw a few other YouTubers talk about it as well. I'm definitely not interested in it for myself. I don't see myself reaching for a palette like that, but how fun would it be to see a colorful palette like that? I think it'd be really fun. It definitely reminded me initially of the Neon Neo bronzers and blushes from Kevyn Aucoin, and I have a blush and a bronzer from that range and I really like it, but I just, again, I need so few things right now, so I'm gonna pass on that one. And then the last thing is the Desi Skin Vitamin C Serum, and honestly I'm curious. I think I need to incorporate vitamin C into my skincare routine. It's not something I use on a regular basis at this point in my life, but I think it's definitely something I'm interested in. Vitamin C's are very expensive, so I know Desi talked about how she tried to price it as best as she could, and I've heard from people who've bought the product and tried it that they really like it, and the packaging feels nice and weighted, so you're getting really good bang for your buck. I think that would be something I'd be interested in trying down the line if I ever figure out how to have like all these different levels of a skincare routine. I swear it's like rocket science to me. Anyways, that is it for the anti-haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments what products you anti-hauled in the month of April. You guys know I love chatting to you down there, and I will talk to you in my next video soon. Bye guys!